Hello, I'm Apples,
And I'm Beans.
and this is our forever world.
We'll be going in order of when things were built. We'll also be going over our inspiration and the lore of the area. There's not much, but there's a tiny bit.
All right, a few things before we get started with the tour. In the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a little icon. It'll either be a bean or an apple. And that is because there's two of us. Therefore, there'll be two POVs because we do build different things. And also, this is going to be a very long video, so I highly recommend finding a nice place to sit and relax. Grab a snack or some food. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so this is where it all began, the Italian Tuscany village. And as we walk to the first thing that we ever built, I'll tell you kind of some of the backstory with this area. So this area, I originally started building this kind of style in a SMP that I found on the Minecraft Discord server. And long story short, that server got griefed, of course. So I decided no better time to start another survival world than now. And at the time, the Forever World trend was going on, and I honestly am really into that. I like the idea of playing on a world for a very long time. So this is the first building that we ever built. And we're on a mushroom island here, so that's why everything is so green and there's no mob spawning. And yeah, let's head inside. So we got a little basic Minecraft interior. Got your desk to be studious, and you have some books to also be studious, and also you have your super smelter for all your super smelting needs. This is not really a super smelter. What am I saying? This is just like a basic. Got some ladders in there, dude. Looks like we got a little desperate. When we head upstairs, we have a storage system. Very basic. It's all manual, but it gets the job done. Is there anything? Oh,
There's
wow.
treasure in
5
here.
white beds and 2 sugarcane.
Oh, check this out.
Really, what's in here?
Bane of Arthropods Unbreaking 3.
Lovely. We're getting a little sidetracked looking at random stuff. But in here, we have a nice disc collection. We're kind of missing a few. I would like to get those someday. And we also have the dragon egg to the world. For now, it's sitting on top of this diamond block with this spruce sign trim.
I like that.
I guess I thought that looked good. But maybe one day we'll build something grand and big for it. We also have the first diamond sword of the world. And the first wither skeleton skull.
Ow.
I think that's pretty fun. We head in here. We get this nice little bridge over to Bean's house. And we also get a view of the railroad and some of the first custom trees that we did in this world. Quite lovely. Bean, your house is looking a little sad.
Yeah, I don't think it really ever got finished up here. It's really sad. And then downstairs there's actually nothing because this was the scene of like one of the skits from one of our very first videos. And
Yeah, dude, you got evicted.
yeah, we got evicted, so it's not looking good in here. And then out here we have remnants of the skit of the eviction notice.
Time
It's
to leave.
pretty
Time
crazy
to leave.
sounding.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, that was not very fun. But if we continue up here, you'll notice there's a lot of changes in elevation everywhere we go. And since I was experimenting with building, so we have this nice bridge here, and it's framing the railroad, and I love that. Pretty unintentional, but it's a nice shot. If we head up here, we have a sugarcane farm. And, it's got an interior. It's not very nice. It's got some sugarcane in it, as they do. We also have a nice little patio out here. Quite lovely. And, yeah, not much other than that. Got some of the bamboo acting as the sugarcane. I kind of like that. And then throughout here, there's another way to get to this point. You can either go around here. And that's a pattern you'll start to pick up in this world, is that there's lots of ways to get around. I think that's really cool. Your interior in there?
Yeah, there is. I think this was my second attempt at a house, and this one's actually not too bad. We got a little stone down there. I don't really know. We got it upstairs. Oh, there was beds here, but I think I took them and put them somewhere else. I like this. Yeah.
It's not bad. It's got a back door, dude. I want to see what's
Yeah,
out
it's
here.
chill.
I kind of forgot
Oh,
about
it's
this.
just like a little walkway
Oh,
into the
pops
wheat
from
field.
Very
Yeah,
lovely.
pretty nice.
And this is like the small little areas that we're talking about that really make a world feel alive, It's like this little cubby where they're farming some wheat for some reason. You also get a very nice view of the lighthouse. We'll get to that a little bit later, though. We continue up here. We have a small little cactus farm. It's got 32 cactus in it. We've used that for all of our green dye needs. It's great. And here we have a little cafe. Nothing much. I can stand behind the counter and we just like some cake. Oh, you're just back here with me now? Or
Yeah, I'm looking through the barrels, seeing if there's a treasure.
yeah, you got a nice little couch. You know, this was originally going to be storage for a bamboo farm that I built, but then it broke and then I didn't want to fix it. So it's pretty
Great.
nice. I like it. If you come into the town square here, you know, you have some market stalls selling all sorts of food. This one over here is selling like minerals and stuff, which is cool. Dang, you're just looking around. And also,
I don't know.
then we got,
Maybe there's something in
Benito
there.
Mussolini, because this is Italian inspired. He's hanging.
Ooh.
Over here, we have a nice little micro farm. You know, gets all your wheat for your mud. I like it. It does the job. It's a little inefficient, but it does the job. We have a nice empty interior here.
Oh.
Looks like I was
I like the
planning to do
cobblestone stairs.
yeah, dude, wow, lovely.
That's good.
And then you can kind of see our build style is starting to change when you get to this area. You get some gradients going on because for the longest time, all the way up until maybe last year, I was building in this kind of like just like salt and pepper randomly placed blocks to texture it. And it's subpar. You know, it's not the best. We've definitely gotten better. But we keep it because it's like OG. It's sign of the times kind of thing going on. But we got also back here, you can see that we started to kind of work with gradients, and they started out a little rough. This red house was our first ever attempt, but then as you can see, the silo, you know, starting to get a little bit better with the transition from the light to the dark blocks. Quite like it. And then also, if we head behind here, ooh, yes. Very,
Ooh,
very
nice
lovely view. We got this sprawling wheat field here, and you got access to the silo. There's nothing in there.
There was leather in that one. I'm taking that.
Oh, dude, leather for item frames. Rare. Okay, also back here, I just wanted to show them this. This is a really nice view of your lighthouse. This is, I think, my favorite view of the Italian Tuscany area.
Yeah, I think so too. It looks so nice. I like the ocean and then like the lighthouse, perfectly placed.
Heading behind here, if you can kind of just past the silo and into the kind of countryside, that was the idea I had when I was building this place. We have the loud clicker underground, which is very annoying. We have a little bit more wheat fields, and we have this kind of vineyard. And, you know, maybe they're harvesting some sweet berries. And we also have an apiary back here getting honey. And the idea of this area was maybe they're making mead. That's kind of just like some lore, I guess, a purpose. Gives it a little more purpose. It's fun to think about. And then in here, this is the mead place. I don't really know what it's called. And then if you head upstairs, there's no doors for some place. You got a little balcony, and then you have a little beehive hidden inside of this cliff. This place is pretty nice. Got some candles, got some honey.
Got some honey.
And
Pretty
yeah,
good.
the clicking is our honey farm that's just behind here, and it's getting us all of our honey. It's nice to come here. You know, when I need honey occasionally, it's really nice to come. Head downstairs, out the door, and we head over here to the super smelter, or the forge, all lowercase. Over here.
I like that.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty nice. We have a nice little area to talk to the blacksmith. Hello, let me get some gold bars, please.
Yeah, let's go downstairs and go get you some.
Oh, okay.
In the super smelter.
In the super smelter, dude. Yeah, I love this room.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. It's I kind of like
It's
it.
okay.
This is my first time using copper, and we have this like kind of dirt floor, kind of random, and then we have the super smelter, of course. Just your basic design. It works really, really well though. It's nice to come here to smell items. Kind of moving on to the final area of the Italian Tuscany village. Head down this kind of road here. Got your sheep's pen for all your wool. We were using this all the way up until last episode, which is kind of funny. And then if you come in here, we have a moss farm. It broke. It doesn't work anymore.
That's so sad.
It's kind of sad. But this kind of building is not my favorite.
Oh, the green?
Yeah, the green's a little...
Yeah, I remember you not liking
the
that.
green with the peonies. I don't know. We also have this
Oh, yeah.
crane from Pinterest.
I like that it's got this like little spike on it.
Yeah,
It's so
dude, that's
funny
like
looking.
scary. Whatever, dude. And then over here we have the building with the best interior you have ever seen. Let's head inside. Ooh. not
Look,
the best.
but no, but downstairs is good.
Okay, downstairs is good.
Yeah, downstairs is good. It's got mycelium.
It's got mycelium. It's got mycelium. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get around to doing the interior of this place, or a lot of these buildings actually. But we actually been getting better at interior. That concludes pretty much all of the Italian Tuscany Island. This place is a little bit unfinished. As you can see, we have like a plateau up here that's honestly sitting and waiting for a build. And I think it would look really nice up there, but we haven't quite thought of anything yet. This is kind of what it looks like. I'll give you a little fly around. It's my first time, working with custom terrain and gradients again. So I think it's pretty solid. It's not bad. A lot of it's not connected to the ground though, which is a little jank.
Well, before we take a trip on the railroad, we have to check this out.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
we
this
do.
was my first build ever on this world. I actually didn't join the world until
I was probably
like,
around halfway done with the Italian Tuscany quest.
yeah, and I joined the world and I started playing Minecraft again, and I was like, hey, I want to do my own thing, but I want to like kind of hang out with you because like all the materials were over there. So I wanted to make this little island, and when we go underwater, it came from nothing. Kind of fun. So everything that you see is placed by hand, and I honestly love the shape of the island. I like that it's got this little hill that you can walk up. I also really wanted to make this cave, so I have this little custom cave. It's actually got texturing.
Oh yeah, dude, it's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
we
good,
got
dude.
we got
You did a
basalt,
good
we got
job.
tough, pretty good.
You got some gold.
Yeah, I like that. This nether portal goes to the regular nether and not the roof, but this lighthouse, there's the enchanting room in here. I mean, we don't use it that much, but it's here. I like this interior. You made it for me, I think, because I was not excited to do interiors.
You were not excited to do interiors, but it's nice. We still use it from time to time.
Yeah, it's super nice. You'll see these were my first custom trees. Pretty similar to what was going on here. Well, actually, not really at all now that I think about it. These are very, they got arms, but these ones don't. They're more of, aspens. I really was interested in playing around with having, yellow aspens because I think it was fall when we were building these, and I was like, that would be really cool. So I started making some custom yellow trees, and you'll see those more in the future. I love this little view on this bench. Very nice. See the whole Tuscany village and the greenhouse. With nothing on it. That's funny. Oh, I gotta eat. One more thing. I was excited to make some ruins, so I started on this one right here, and I actually love how this one turned out. And if you take a peek into the chest, they're decorated.
Dude, I love
like
that small detail. It's so small, and no one else would know about it except for us. But it just adds another layer of immersivity, I guess, if that's even a word. Let's head to the railway so we can catch a train to the peninsula. All right, here we are. We're arriving at the peninsula. The peninsula is our kind of, mega base, if you will. It's where we've done the majority of our building. We've built so much here for the past, I don't know, a year or something. It's been amazing, and I really, really like this place. And yeah, here we are at the station. What's up, Bean?
Yeah, I love the station. This is a fan favorite build, honestly. I think a lot of people really enjoy this. I like the shape of it. I like all these little arches going on. It kind of serves as you get off the train station and then you get in the horse, but there's no horses here. But that was kind of the idea. I don't remember the last time I rode a horse. We never used the horses.
Yeah, we built this place to kind of ride horses more and get around and not use the elytra as much, but oh my gosh, the elytra is it's just so fast. And then back here we got some small details. You got your water troughs, got maybe your apples or something in the barrel. Bean doesn't think that. Bean thinks they're like meats or something.
It's bright red.
It kind of looks like ground beef
Ooh.
or horse meat. Oh yeah, let's okay, switching subject. We also got some crates here, and then yeah, it's pretty nice. We got some foliage. We got this great big oak tree. Let's go up the main pathway, the intended way, and let's get started with the peninsula. So if we're walking down this path, it's very, very lovely. We are in an area inspired by the California shrubland, just endless, grass and bushes everywhere. I really, really like it. It's close to home. And then over here, when you're walking down this path, you get some nice glimpses of the waterfall, crashing down and making its way. I like it so much. It's so pretty. Then over here, we have a little split in the road with your nice sign. You got your stable stations. That's what we call
Okay,
this
that's
thing.
good.
The stable station. And then we got the Oak Hill Hostel. And this is our first building that we did where we were both very, very psyched with how it turned out. And we executed the gradients and the new kind of style of building very, very well for the first time. And I absolutely love this building. It's so nice. We didn't use a reference image, so the layout of the interior is a little bit jank.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. There's this downstairs area that's the the what's it called? Like an antique shop. So we put all of our like fun, rare stuff. We got like emeralds and like mob heads and all that kind of stuff. Oh, we got the heavy core. Hey, I like that. Oh, and we got this pink sheep.
Oh yeah, this guy's spawned.
This thing spawned on the island, and we are now holding it hostage in the hostel. So it's great.
Yeah, dude, it's great. And then we also have, some custom stuff back here. Got the snout thing. Got this cool grandfather clock that Bean hooked up. Pretty nice. And then over here, little cafe area. And then we have the employees only, so we're not allowed to go back there. I guess we will for the tour. There's just some storage. Nothing too special. Oh, an ender chest.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. Could not help myself from opening it, though. We head upstairs. We have, this nice little foyer area to hang out up here. Maybe have some coffee or something. Look out at the trees and the wonderful scenery. And then we head inside. Immediately, we have this window here that you have to, like, jump up to get to. Provide some nice natural lighting. And then we have this, part of the sea, another wither skeleton skull as you do. And then here's where the jankiness starts. We got the fireplace. It's just here. And then we have maybe the reception desk back there. We never ended up putting a villager here. Kind of unfortunate. But yeah, it works. It's kind of jank. Makes no sense, but it does work. We head upstairs a little bit. We have a pool table, some nice seating, and a jukebox to play our favorite tune.
And we got Hami. This guy's
Hami,
so
the
chill.
bartender, dude. This guy's been here. He's so chill.
Oh.
He's turning invisible because I guess it's turning night.
Which means we gotta go upstairs and sleep. Let's check out upstairs. The whole upstairs, in a hostel, you would be staying, I don't know if you guys have ever stayed at a hostel, but you would be rooming with several other people. So I really wanted to make sure that was showcased in Minecraft. So we got at least 2 beds in every room. We're working with a really, really tiny area. This is like 3 blocks wide right here. But I did cram in as many beds as I could. And I think it's honestly pretty realistic. I like the really simple decorations. And then in here is like maybe the more expensive room with the double bed.
It's pretty nice.
Pretty
Is this
chill.
the third room? Is this the third room?
Yes.
Yes. If you guys get that reference, you're cool. If we go in here, we have the bathroom. It's got that ugly wallpaper. I did this. I did this room. I'm gonna take a. This is pretty bad. We have like the ugly wallpaper, and then we have the wooden throne. It's very, very nice. And then we also have this like kind of jank little.
It's so scary.
Yeah, dude, the storage closet.
Trapping you in
dude.
there.
Yeah, it's scary. And that concludes the hostel, I believe. If we kind of come down here, we dip out of the hostel. You'll notice that there's a little bit of a path over here. We take this, not so traveled path, and it takes you to the back of the hostel. There's some, dead trees here, maybe some old ruins from a very long time ago. Just, nature's reclaiming them. Back of the hostel is quite nice. It's about the same. We have a nice little area where we're having all of the different plants and stuff, which is cool. And then we wind through here, and boom, there it is. The Star of India. We'll board this fine vessel later on in the video. But for now, if you're hanging out at the hostel, you get to come by and sit at this bench and watch the ships go by. And I really like this detail. It's also framed by these 2 hills here. And oh my gosh, I love it. I love that. If you come over here, we have all of these custom trees. And these guys are based off of the California, native to California live canyon oak and live coastal oak. And I really, really like how these guys turned out. We did a video on them. I really, really like them.
Yeah, this is about the time when we really started taking inspiration from nature. So we're talking about real trees that we would see in real life. And then this whole area is based off of the California chaparral. Just really leaning into how much we love nature.
If we come down here, we also have the site of another skit. We have this nice little picnic area. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's pretty chill. It's really nice. You made it. You got the cups. You got your cake. It's lovely.
Yeah, I like
Very,
this
very
one.
lovely.
Super cute.
All right, let's get back on the well-beaten path over here and continue our tour into the woods. And I love this area of the world. You have so much detail. You have so much stuff to look at. You have your aspens kind of peeking through. You have another boat over there. Some whales, blowing over there. I don't even know what that's called. That's sounds kind of wrong, but it's whatever. And then we kind of make our way into the forest, and you have your creek here. It's splitting, and you have these rocks, starting to form just all over the place. I really like these rocks. This place is based off of the Freaks in South Lake Tahoe. You have your Jeffrey pines coming out from the forest floor. You have your alluviums, I think is what they are called. They're really, really nice. This place is extremely immersive, and also one of the best views in the world. The Oak Hill Hostel frames in between the forest, in between the rocks, and I absolutely love this part of the world. It's gorgeous to be walking down this way to go sleep or something, and you just get this absolutely gorgeous view. I love it. But before we head down the path too far, we have Beans Marsh.
Yeah, I really wanted to make a custom marsh. We were inspired by a lot of South Lake Tahoe. And if you guys didn't know, South Lake Tahoe is so clear because there are a lot of marshes surrounding it. And so even though this is like, out into the ocean, I still wanted to, take some inspiration from that. And I went ahead and built this custom marsh. I love how it turned out. I love how green it is. I love that it's not super deep because usually marshes aren't super deep. A lot of just foliage and making a good use of all the new plants that came out in the Spring to Life update because that's when this came out.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you nailed this. This looks so good, and also provides a absolutely gorgeous vantage point to the Star of India and this little lighthouse that we'll get to a little bit later. While Bean was building the marsh, I was busy building these seaside cliffs, and these things are huge. This is all hand placed. This was not planned in a creative copy world. This was just absolutely free ball, just by hand. It took a very long time, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. They're very unique based on the cliffs in La Jolla, San Diego, which I think is really cool. And also, we have some glass crashing against them that Bean did. I love that. It kind of gives the effect of waves, and it's getting eroded over time, and I love that. It looks so sick. But yes, let's head back to the trail and continue our tour into the woods, dude, into the forest. We don't actually have a name for this forest yet, which is kind of sad, but it's all right. So we can either keep going down that way, or we can cross this tree, this fallen tree. You can cross the river. You can water your way through the woods. I really like it. Very immersive. There's not really any points to coming back here except for to visit this house, but it's nice. It's very pleasant. It's just like it's like calming. It eases your soul.
Let's take a look at this house. You built this house. Tell us about it.
Yeah, dude, this house was actually recommended to us by a commenter a very long time ago, and it's an old maybe oak tree, an old maybe coastal live oak that's fallen down and destroyed this house. This happened a very long time ago at this point, and it was around the time when the pale oak came out. So the pale forest kind of thing. And I really wanted to use the creaking hearts. We have one of these in here. So during the night, if you come up here, there is a creaking. He's wandering around here scaring you. It's a cool little detail. And then back here, we have some custom player heads and some mushrooms.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. And then if we head inside, the roof is collapsed in a little bit. And we have a secret area. And this secret area leads down into some sea caves. This is like really, really nice. I honestly forget about this area quite often, but it's nice. You have some tide pools sprinkled throughout here, some old seaweed drying up, some rocks, and the gradient over here was kind of like the idea I was trying to go for was like in the darkest areas it's like shadow and it's like deeper in, I guess, but it's all right. It's all right. But I love the shape of the sea caves.
I love the sea caves. I love how tight it is in here. And oh,
stone. Oh. Oh my gosh, a surprise.
I wanted to get in the boat, but I couldn't. Dude. I'm leaving without you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're not.
Looks like
okay,
I am.
But if we kind of come through here, usually you'd be riding the boat. There's a chicken back here. I have no idea how a chicken got back in. He's spinning. He doesn't know what to do. And it's nice. Dude, you're hidden back here. There's like a little maybe like Pirate's Cove or kind of like smuggling business. And if we come in here, in this little crawl space, maybe they're hiding the treasure. And is there anything in here? Oh yeah, dude, there is a murder weapon of some sorts. They're hiding it back here. I don't know, just some fun more aspects to it. And I'm getting the boat and I'm
Aw.
continuing. I feel like I've said that a million times. If we come outside the sea caves, you know, there's a nice little inlet here and there's a turtle that's stuck.
Oh
It's
no.
not good.
That's so
It'll
sad.
take you back. It'll take you back around to the marsh. Okay, let's get back on the trail. There's lots of ways to kind of wander off. Lots of just like different points of interests. And we also get a really nice view of the waterfall and the splashing effect that you cooked up. I really like that.
Thank
Nice
you.
work. If we come through here, it's really really nice, dude. It's like there used to be a smaller forest here, but we ended up, you know, covering it all with trees, bigger trees. We built some more variation of trees, and we have some California incense cedars, and we actually started to name them, just like the little plaques that you'll see on like a nature walk or something. I think these are really cool. I love them, and it makes this area feel so like boxed in and immersive. Then there's a pathway that will also lead up into there, but we cannot go there yet because over here there's a little bit of a maybe like a bandits camp or just some people, some travelers, some weary travelers spending the night. And then we have a little pond here that's quite pleasant.
Yeah, I made this pond actually a really long time ago. I think this pond was actually in our first world tour. Oh, I found the horse.
The horse.
Yeah, I was really psyched on just building marsh areas, I guess, from the start. We got one frog here. I think it's forever stuck in there. Oh, it's named something. Pretty basic pond, like not too much going on. I think it's actually only made out of mud and it's got some stuff in here. Oh wait, it does have fish. I don't.
One fish.
Wait,
I
where are
found
they?
him.
I know that
There's
they're.
one here. They're all kind of stuck.
Oh, where are they? Oh,
There's one stuck on this glass pane.
there
On
was.
this
Oh,
cat pen.
oh, there's actually two. This one's I think stuck. Oh no! Oh no! We have to put it back.
It's flopping
Uh-oh.
around.
Get back in
It
there.
might die.
Okay,
It's safe.
everything's okay.
I really like this little area with the Fremont cottonwood draping over it, providing some shadow. I really like it. And look, Fremont cottonwood. If you didn't know, there's an arrow pointing out. And then if we head over here, we'll start to get some glimpses. There's a beacon here because believe it or not, this is where the mining happens in our world. It's really ugly. I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, there's a nice wheat field here and this stony wall that envelops it, that circumnavigates it. And then we have a Jeffrey pine here as well. I think labeling it is a fun little and then if we kind of walk through here, we can't go there yet.
Oh, okay. Where are we
Okay,
going?
wait, no, we have to. But if we kind of walk through here, you get the new best view in the entire world. We have Mount Langley framed by these trees in this little clearing. We'll get to that a little bit later. This world is quite large, so we can't go over there quite yet. But it's gorgeous. And then we also have another absolutely stunning view. I love this part of the world, but we can't go there quite yet. We have a silo. We built this very large silo that I think I got off of Pinterest a very, very long time ago. This is actually, now that I'm talking about it, this was before the hostel. This was like supposed to be like a little town nestled back here. Maybe not like a town, but like a trading post kind of thing. You have your great big silo harvesting all of the wheat, storing it for later. And then we also have the bakery. We have the bakery. And if we come inside, we have a nice little interior. We actually started doing interiors. Wow.
Yeah, I love this interior. I think I made most of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Really wanted to get that like cute, cozy, like kind of like let's stay a while bakery, like very homey, small town feeling. Maybe we got this. Oh no, we're missing one. Like a fuzzy rug, you know, one of those like couches that got all those like buttons on it that have a lot of dimples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like that vibe. And upstairs, there's actually some stuff. I think. Oh yeah, just like storage and a nice view of this little boat.
Oh,
Very
yeah, dude.
cute.
And then also, like, I guess like a library or something up here. And look, mending books. This is where we store all of our mending books.
is?
I think. Or like some of them at least. This one at least
Aw.
is a mending book.
This one's not.
This kind of acts as a gateway to get to this little dock that we have here. And we have all of the barrels. You know, maybe the idea is the bakery is exporting its goods to distant parts of the land. And I think these barrels, oh my gosh, they do all have stuff in them, I believe. I think that's, I think you went through and added all that. Yeah, look, they have old baked goods.
Oh,
like
that's so
cakes,
nice.
Wheat.
I forgot I
you know,
did that.
golden carrots and stuff, and some random junk in there. Oh my gosh, this was originally a burn farm, I believe, and it's kind of kind of jank. This is my very first boat that I ever built. It's quite, you know, it's a little rough around the edges, but it gets the point across, and I think the colors are actually pretty cool. If we head down beneath deck.
The mast doesn't connect. Why didn't the mast connect and you put the ladder on it? Why'd you put the ladder here?
Good question. Because the mast was gonna block this absolutely ingenious fern farm that we have going on here, and we don't use it anymore because there's better designs. But I came up with this one, and hey, this place is not bad. And look, we have some pumpkins and melons from the silo that we'll get to in a short bit. From the silo has a pumpkin and melon farm in it. Maybe they're exporting that as well. I think that's a cool little detail. There's not much to see here. And then we also never decorated the above deck, which is kind of sad, but it's okay.
Kind of worse that we decorated the interior and not the exterior.
Yeah, it's a good point. And then if we come over here, we have one of Beans' favorite little parts of the world.
I love this cute, teeny tiny little house with a beautiful flower garden in the backyard. I don't really know why I like this house so much. I think it's just it's really cute. We're thinking maybe okay, these are the old people that run the bakery. You know, they just really like the bakery and they live right next to it and they live in this little interior, or they live in this little house and it's got a cute interior.
Yeah, dude.
They got a
this
cat.
is nice. This is a nice interior, bro.
Yeah, it's really small. And oh my gosh, the ceiling is so good. I gotta start doing that.
Very in depth. What the heck?
Yeah.
I like that it's made out of beehives. I think that's really cool. Getting that yellow lines or something. It's kind of random, but it works.
Really
man.
loud.
It works. It is very loud. It's so funny. Back here, you can kind of see Bean started getting into the fake smoke and the glass smoke. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I like trying to capture the movement with the glass. You'll see that definitely later, but I also did the glass over by the waterfall too. Really fun to just add a little extra.
If we come in here, we have, a nice little, maybe this was kind of like a bait and tackle shop, like a smaller version of what we have over there in the coastal town. But yeah, we have, just some fish hanging up on the wall. A big chunk of this looks like ahi tuna or something. I love that. And then over on the wall, we have some master bait and the apprentice bait and the journeyman bait. All types of different bait fishing.
What's in this bucket?
Oh, dude, I don't know. This was kind of like the chum or something.
Ew.
Kind of gross looking. And if we head upstairs, we have this nice little loft area. And it has all sorts of fishing rods telling you, oh, you can catch this fish with that, this fish with that. I think it's kind of cool. I like the loft. I like that you can see through it. And it's kind of, looks like it was kind of an afterthought. We head outside. We have a barrel of fish or something out here. And then we have a beautiful view of the Nantucket lightship. And then over here, we have all of these docks. These docks are very, very pleasant. You can hang out here, do some fishing, catch a boat, catch a ferry over there. But for now, let's head to the Star of India because remember, we are going in chronological order of when we built things. So let's head to the Star of India. Or no, before we head to the Star of India, let's head to this little island. I love this little island, honestly. It's super nice. We needed to, I really wanted to build another lighthouse after Beans. So we came up with this very, very tiny one. Has a little, baby live canyon oak growing on it. And it has a bee house. I really like this island. And we also started using the iron block, or the raw iron block. It kind of looks like pinto beans from up close, but if you go far enough away...
There's chickens in here. What's in here?
Oh, dude, this is my mangrove farm.
I
never told you about this. Yeah. This is for harvesting propagules.
Oh, okay.
Those are chickens.
I don't know.
What are they doing? And look, you can exit out this way.
Oh, great. Secret mangrove farm. Yeah. The bee is actually alive. No way.
No way. He's alive.
Usually they fly off into the ocean and they pass away.
Okay, let's take a quick pit stop at the shark.
Oh yeah, I built this shark for one of our bits. You can only see the back of its head, so it kind of looks like a rock, but it's a shark. There it is. Looks really funny, and when you get in water, there is no body.
Yeah. All right, enough about that. Let's head to the Star of India. I love this thing. This is based off of the Star of India IRL in San Diego. I love this thing. It's gorgeous. It's our second ever boat. This is a Beehns and Apples collab build. She did the sails. I did the actual body of it. And I'm in love with this thing, dude. It's gorgeous. We have it above deck. We have the capstan. You can push it. Inspired by Sea of Thieves. And then we have some barrels and crates and stuff. Music, the tune. It's pretty basic, just above deck ship thing. I think what's cool is the Star of India had these like kind of skylight things where it allowed light into the beneath the deck, which I think is cool. And then over here we have the kind of mess area.
Oh,
I don't know what it's called. The cook, the food prep area.
the
You got some
kitchen?
salt. Oh my gosh, yes, the kitchen.
What'd you call it?
A mess area. Okay, enough about the mess area. Let's head up here. You have some hooks for hanging ropes, another big mast, and then you have the wheel.
It's so big.
It's so big, and then you have like the sex tent or whatever. I don't really know.
Oh, you can see down there. That's cool. I
Yeah,
like
very
that.
Cool.
Is this your favorite build?
No, not anymore, dude. This is
Oh,
no longer my
okay,
favorite build.
okay.
It's been dethroned, but it is a really nice build. I love seeing it when I'm over there on the on the bridge, and then when I'm hanging out at the hostel. It's very nice. And then also beneath deck we have a candle kind of farm thing that I use occasionally. We don't have a string farm, so whenever we kill spiders manually, I come here and it's really loud because I'm really bad at redstone. And then I put my string in this barrel, and then candles will come out of this one.
I'm gonna be
And
honest.
also,
I have literally never used this. I don't think I know how to, and I think I would break it.
yeah, probably.
Oh.
But also, there's some dye in here. We got the dye storage that we actually, unfortunately, just don't use at all. Looks like we were using it for a little bit, but kind of stopped. If you come beneath deck, I originally had plans to put sheep down here, but then I was like, I don't know why would I put sheep in the Star of India? So it's kind of just been sitting. And then we have like the redstone. We don't need to look at that. That's kind of lame. But the main purpose of this place is to act as the bridge between the overworld and the nether. So yeah, you can take the nether portal to the next area. All right, here we are arriving at the bazaar, dude. Let's view this place at night.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, it's okay. We can sleep,
Oh,
so
okay.
there's not mobs.
Oh yeah, there's so many mobs everywhere.
All right, so this area is a little bit unfinished, but it's finished to enough where we can be happy with it. We have the temporary storage that we had when we were building this place out. Mud, granite, Musa Rumi. I love that, dude. I love bottom text copper.
I like
I love
Em-
naturey.
empty shulker, yay smiley face.
I love wood blocks and deco. No candle, please. That's so funny. But okay, enough of that. If we come up here, yeah, dude, this place is pretty cool, man. We have this desert oasis kind of thing going on. We have the drips, no, not the dripstone. We have the pebbles coming out through here. The pebbles are nice. They let you cross the river, and then they lead you to this nice little hallway or marketplace, I guess. And they're selling all sorts of stuff. You have, beans, melon, and pumpkin juice stand.
Is it juice?
I guess so. That's what I'm kind of getting from this barrel in this cauldron.
Oh,
And these,
I
like,
guess
pots.
so. Pumpkin
Pumpkin
juice.
juice, yummy. Then we have an eggplant stand because eggplant is a staple food of the area. All sorts of like eggplant carts and stuff. Got some waterlogged stairs with the bubble coral. Kind of funny, but it's okay. And then we have the banners, dude. The banners are really cool. We have all sorts of banners and cloths and just fabric
Oh.
of all sorts. I love it. What is this?
We have a cactus
The
family, I
cactus family.
guess.
I like
I
this
like
guy.
it.
This guy's so. When we come out here, we have the bathhouse. A lot of these houses and buildings were designed just like very randomly without any reference images, so it was kind of hard to get the shapes. That's why it's kind of funny looking. We come up here. We never did any of the interiors of this area, unfortunately. It had so much potential, but I guess we just got burned out. That happens, though. That happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, the whole idea of this area was to have villagers walking around and for it to be like open air villager trading hall kind of deal. But I don't really know what happened. It just really fell off. But honestly, some of these areas are so nice. The hookah lounge is so cool. Definitely inspired by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We have a lot of JoJo's reference here because we like
Yeah,
that
dude,
show.
the Darby episode, the hookah lounge, they're chilling here. Yeah, this is what it was inspired by. We have the firefly bush farm hidden behind the wall here. It's very, very noisy, but it gives you firefly bushes. And I use this, often enough to be psyched about it. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And then across the way, we have the the markets here. They have all sorts of stuff. Your saffron, your sumac, cloves, cinnamon, garam masala, all sorts of spices and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. It's a little messy in here, but I would expect a place like this to be.
Yeah, we were really trying to get this place to be super immersive. So we have all these like cute little corners over here. This could be like maybe where a street vendor's selling their paintings and they're actively painting right now because we got the little easel here. It's honestly really unfortunate that we never fully finished the area, but I do really like it and I don't regret building it. If we come down this pathway over here, lots of cactus. We have an oasis. This is like the big main oasis, and honestly I love these custom palms that we made for the area.
Yeah,
Looks
dude.
super nice.
These custom palm trees actually were based off of just California desert palm trees. It's an area based off of Anza Borrego, which I think is kind of cool, semi close to home. It's pretty nice, dude. It's got all these granite boulders, and I love it. Honestly, I like the shade that the palm trees provide. Really, really lovely. And you got this bridge here that you have to jump over, and then maybe the water is just drying up as it goes into the desert. Kind of unfinished, but whatever. They made this pathway. This is pretty cool. I like this. This is neat.
Yeah, this pathway leads up to a building that is pretty much mostly viewed in the distance, but you can come up to it. It's actually a little ruin. I was really psyched on building ruins for a while, so I wanted to put one literally everywhere. I like this floor pattern that I was thinking of right here. Maybe it was like a very ornate building, maybe some sort of church or something, but now it's just kind of like dilapidated and taken over by the
Yeah,
desert.
dude, I like that. I like building like the passage of time. I think in a world is very important to make it feel alive. Some builds that are super new and upkept, some builds that are kind of decrepit looking, and then some just absolutely just devoured by nature. That's kind of the vibe. I like all these little market stalls that we have literally everywhere. And then we have this bell tower based off of a bell tower in India, which I think is really, really neat. And you can go up there. I like the floor, the lapis lazuli floor. I like all these like very cool colors. It's like so unique. I love it. And then if we go into free cam, boom, there it is. It's pretty nice. All of our buildings have these kind of domes here. We have a bunch of different domes and balls, I guess, on top of all the buildings, heavily inspired by the Middle Eastern architecture. Also, all of these arches. Yes, dude, this place is very heavily based off of the Middle East, hence all of these arches and, tents and busy streets and stuff. That was kind of the vibe we were going for. Over here, we have a place where I do all of my looming. I have all of the kind of banner patterns and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty pleasant. We come around here, we have a little town square. Maybe they're doing their laundry here, cleaning off their clothes of all the desert dust. And then over here, we have a pretty nice view. You can wander up this way, keeping the river to your left. I really like how it spirals up here. And then there's kind of these like little openings where you can go off to different buildings and different businesses and stuff. This is a absolutely pathetic interior. This is so sad.
Oh god. This is really bad. Let's not look at this anymore.
But this is a nice patio. We can stand on top of here and get a nice view of the entire area. If you're interested in, this area and learning on some of the techniques we use to build out this desert area, we do make videos. And if you want to see more of those videos, you can like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. But yeah, okay, let's move on. So if you keep heading up, oh my gosh.
Oh
I'm a little
no.
stuck. If you keep heading up the hill here, you can find the source of the spring. You have these deep blue springs spewing out fresh water to the desert. I love these, dude. These turned out so good. I like how they're bubbling up and they're kind of like scary down. But if we head over here, we have a bunch of these towers, just like very heavily influenced by the Middle East. As I said, lots of arches. We have a nice interior done by one of our members. It's supposed to be like a restaurant or something. I quite like it. And then if we kind of head over here, we have these horse stables.
There's actually horses too.
Wow, yeah.
That's amazing. They really like us because we're both holding carrots.
Yeah, dude. I go an ape. But yeah, this place is like very dilapidated. Maybe, the first few settlers found this area and they set up this before all of that. I don't know, just some lore, I guess. And I really like this like gully, dude. Maybe there was an old dried up spring here, and it was kind of carving away at the walls, and now it's dried up, and now it's just like this empty gully. I really really like that. We can also head this way, and we can kind of make our way. Well, looks like we're supposed to head up the path here.
Oops.
We can make our way around the back here. Here it is, another way to get around the world. We can head around the back here to this area, dude. Another spring with all of these palm trees. It's really shaded back here, and there's some custom terrain. And this place, while we were building it, was meant to be viewed from the inside, not the outside. So if we're going to free cam, it's it's not
great.
It's not the prettiest thing, but meant to be viewed from the inside, which I think was like kind of random concept, but it worked out. And you're hanging out in here. It's really really pretty. Maybe one day we'll come back to this area, but for right now, we're very very psyched on the more green lush stuff. So yeah, let's head back to the overworld and head back to the peninsula. All right, before we head back to the peninsula, might as well. This is a world tour. This is the Nether roof. This is our Nether hub. It's not very great, but I'm gonna show it anyways. We got the basalt farm by Big Booty 17, and we got a gold farm that we use to heal all of our tools. Okay, that's literally all there is to see. Let's go back to the peninsula.
It's so funny from this angle.
Oh my gosh, it is very funny from this angle. We don't have to look over here quite yet. This is where everything we've placed so far is custom and thought about, from the ruins over there to the tree to the rocks to everything. Every little piece here is custom placed. We really like playing in that kind of style where everything is 100% custom. It's really nice. We can create and mold our world to exactly fit our needs. So yeah, if we're heading back this direction, past into this beautiful part of we have to show off this silo because we actually forgot to. Not too special. We built this right as I started the YouTube channel, and it's growing pumpkins and melons, and it's kind of got this like weird laboratory kind of vibe to it. Got all these copper pipes. It's not my favorite, but if we head downstairs, it just turns into this kind of creepy basement vibes. Got this door to the farms, and just so many pumpkins and so many melons.
It's kind of scary in here.
Ah, dude. I guess I was going for like a dungeon kind of vibe. That's so random.
There's also an upstairs that is decorated, actually.
Oh yeah, wow.
It's
like
extremely like high tech for some reason. Does not fit the rest of the world at all. But I mean, it's good.
It's whatever. Dude. Enough of the silo. I just like wanted to show that because it's part of the world. When we walk back here, away from that, because there's no way to get to that area over there yet. But if we kind of wander back here, we go back to the trail that we touched on earlier in the tour. We can follow this up. I think this is like one of my favorite pieces of trail in the world. It's so incredibly immersive both ways. The changes of elevation are really, really lovely. We have this nice little bridge here, and it kind of winds its way up through the mountain. There's a little bit of ruins here. I have the idea. Maybe there was some old civilization setting up camp in the mountains or something, but that was a long time ago. And then if we come up here, you start to get some nice views of Beans Bay. If we continue walking up here, we pop out and you get this absolutely stunning view of the Nantucket and some of Beans' pelicans flying in formation. But yeah, we continue on the trail. You'll start to see the style is changing. The ground gets a little darker, a little wetter, if you know what I'm saying. And here we are on the side of the mountain, high above the wheat fields and the aspen forest over there. And we start to come into this new area that we've been developing slowly. And oh my gosh, there's this mountain, and it's absolutely, oh my gosh, it's so stunning. If you guys have been watching for a little bit, you know that mountain was very important as it set the scale for this entire area. Before we get to the mountain, I'm hyping that up a lot. We have a lot of small little cool details in this area here. This area is based off of the San Bernardino Mountains in Southern California, and Bean came up with this really cool idea for most of this foliage.
Yeah, when you're walking through the San Bernardino area and like kind of drier California areas, you'll notice a lot of big bushes. And these ones specifically are the manzanita because they have the red trunk. and it is considered a bush and a tree at the same time, which is kind of crazy. These guys are huge. They are kind of like immovable objects. You walk through them. Well, actually, you don't walk through them. You'd totally get stuck. And they're kind of everywhere. And I definitely wanted to include that in our world to make it more realistic.
Yeah, just tying those like little, aspects of personal life into a world, I think is so much fun. Also, when you're walking back this way, I love like the little lantern hanging from the little ruins, and then up there you have so many firefly bushes and ferns and stuff, and I've managed to blend them all together to kind of get that reddish or brownish hue to the grass that you find so often in California, and I really, really like that. You can go out exploring up there, but we're gonna hold that for another day. So if we come over here, oh my gosh, I love this, dude. Your waterfall is so good.
Yeah, this one's actually not finished yet. We got something funny going on over here. I was thinking about doing like layered glass, but I ended up not wanting to do that. I got really into making some custom waterfalls, so we just started including them everywhere. It's just for me, it's just so fun to try to create movement with the glass and really have fun with all those different layers. And it's just something that I've been really liking doing lately. So
Yeah, dude, it's like it's gorgeous and like it's so steep, so the water is just all white wash. That's really hard to say, and it's just like coming down the mountain into the Beans Bay. I love it. This terrain, as you guys can probably guess, is all completely custom, placed by hand, no Litematica. That was, but this wasn't, and I'm very, very proud of it. I really like this terrain, and I like how a lot of the trees are just nestled in here. So when you're walking through here, it's a very, very immersive experience. And unfortunately, it does not quite connect up with the Beans Bay like town. We will have to do that in a later episode. So yes, just another reason to subscribe. But if we kind of come down here, we have this very grassy, bushy area. I was kind of experimenting with different types of foliage, and honestly, I am really in love with how this like part turned out. I love the bushes and the firefly bushes and the ferns and stuff and these trees. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I could explore and talk about just this area forever about how it was carved out by glaciers and all of that. But for time's sake, we are going to have to pass up on that. But yeah, it's really lovely. It's kind of based off of Yosemite a little bit. Yosemite and South Lake Tahoe again with these steep granite cliffs. And then, yeah, if we head up here, we have the kind of beginnings of a new area in our world. So, yeah, there's not much up here yet. We started doing a little bit of rocks. We got these kind of new, more lighter colored rocks, which I think are really cool. And then this cool kind of wave formation that is being carved out by the river. I think that's a cool little detail.
let's head down to this little fishing boat that I actually made. I don't really build many boats. I'm not really like a boat person. But I am very happy with how this cute tiny little boat turned out. Not much to say about it because it's literally like one block inside. Actually, you can't even get inside. It's one block big in there, so we don't need to go inside of there.
From the vantage point of Bean's little fishing boat, we have this quite a very nice view of the water coming down, cascading down the falls, cutting through the rock here, and then pouring down into Beans Bay. But we also have this view of this very, very pleasant abandoned house. We got some just, we wanted to put a building on the side of this cliff, but we were kind of like, it's kind of like a weird place to put a building, so we made it abandoned, and we made it like kind of destroyed by maybe a landslide. And I really, really like it. And if we kind of fly back into the forest here, we can kind of make our way over. It's turning night, perfect timing, to a little pathway. Maybe the owners of this house are long gone, and this place is sitting abandoned, but the path and the old wall is kind of still here, and you can kind of just explore around. You can make your way up to it, and it's kind of creepy. You got this weird kind of
Something's going on. Got some wither skeletons and this scary painting and this eternal flame. It'd be pretty scary if you're walking up here and you were expecting something nice and lovely, and then you're in the abandoned scary.
Yeah, dude, and there's a nice staircase, and the floor is, just completely given out, crashing into the sea below. And it's a nice vibe. It's a really spooky kind of vibe throughout here. There's not much else to this build other than that it looks pretty. But yeah, let's head over to the Beans Bay area where we have been doing a ton of building.
Yeah, if keen viewers or people who have seen our last world tour video, you'll notice that that building actually is different. There was a different building there, and we demolished it and replaced it with the landslide building. So you notice that. Good on ya. Oh, good night. The first building on the Beans Bay was this little crab shack that I wanted to build. I was getting really into looking at miniature models for my references, so this was 100% based off of a miniature model, and I just really think that using those as references really nails the scale. Like, I love that you can actually see into the windows and they're actually player sized. This little place has a really nice interior, and I also started getting really into making these kind of like graphics, like graphic designs on the sides of the building. So we got a little squid over here, and then if we head inside, we have maybe like the touristy part where you're getting fish, getting bait and tackle stuff, and I don't know, whatever else you need for fishing. I don't really know. I've never been fishing. If you head upstairs, maybe we have like a little, we're thinking like oyster bar, kind of with that vibe where like you can see downstairs and see that your seafood is really fresh because you can see where they cut it all up. Kind of a random interior with this guy. Let's go downstairs.
I love this guy, dude. The pufferfish is so cool. Yeah, dude. If we continue around the building,
Oh,
we have. Oh,
how did I do that?
I don't know.
Oh no.
We have like a little bit of a processing area. Maybe these boats are coming here, dropping off the fish, and then they're cutting it up and making it all, shipping into crates, and sending off to distant lands. I kind of like the idea of that. And then around here we have some smaller details like these buoys and stuff. And then Bean really went off on the graphics. Got like a fish up here, and then we have like the squid, like she said, but she didn't like say that this acacia, this small little detail, I love.
Oh yeah, it's the eyeball, using the acacia log as the eyeball. I love that. It's just, I don't know why, it's just like so fun for me to build things like that. It's definitely a theme that you'll see later on over there.
Before we head over there, we have this actually insane waterfall. This was Bean's first fully glass waterfall, and this area is like, it's like a little grotto, hidden in here, experimenting with different types of ground. I guess we have the jungle and the mushroom and the rooted dirt, and I really like this little hidden bay area back here.
Yeah,
Really,
this
really nice.
this waterfall is based off of a coastal waterfall in Big Sur, and I noticed that I can't fit through there. I noticed that the flow rate in that waterfall was so high that it was jutting off of the sea cliffs. So I really wanted to include that, and I really like how this turned out. I think, I don't know, this is where I really fell in love with making things with glass. It was just so fun for me. I just wanted to keep on doing it.
It's very, very lovely. And then if you come back over here, you'll notice that the ground is all made out of dirt. And I had an epiphany. When I was building the forest over there, everything was made out of grass. But then I went camping and I was like thinking about Minecraft as you do. And I was like, yo, dude, the forest floor is not made out of grass. It's actually like dirt and pine needles and stuff. So I decided to start that kind of trend over here in the Beans Bay area. And it's quite lovely, actually. I really like how this area is turning out. We have all of these like just plants and the new foliage planted on the side. It's very hilly. There's lots of rocks everywhere. And there's like little pops of color every once in a while. But tons of bushes, tons of foliage, but no grass blocks. No.
Over here, you'll notice that there is random spruce planks. This is how we plan our world, kind of. We just like put stuff over here. This is actually supposed to be the pathway. Eventually, that pathway that we were on earlier by the other waterfall will lead into where these spruce planks are, and you can have a walk over and get a nice view of the squid. You'll also notice that when we do our pathways, you're guided by the foliage. I think that's one of my favorite things about this world is that the foliage really helps you walk through the whole area. We have this area over here and this area over here, and then we have this tree in the middle, so you definitely can't go that way. And I think that's what makes our world so immersive.
I love that. And then yeah, adding on to that, like all of the different ways to get around, we really ran with that here. You can go that way. You can go this way. You can go that way. There's just so many different choices. And first off, we're going to start at Beans Cafe. Look at that. Beans. It's like a little coffee bean. Head inside. The interiors start to get a little bit better. Hey, Yes, I love this place. We have like your nice little kitchen here, with the diorite wrapping all the way around with the backsplash. You got this nice big window to look outside. Oh, I love this area, dude. It's so cute and cozy in here.
And then over on this side, maybe your coffee's super fresh, so they're actually roasting the coffee in house, so you know it's gonna taste good.
Yeah, dude,
I
I
like
cooked
adding
up
that.
this yeah, dude, I cooked up this nice roaster here. We have like this little open window in the campfire inside. It's smoking. It's pretty neat. It's a nice little detail. We love coffee, so we thought we would build a cafe. We also got your pour over action right here. Filters and your different beans. Oh yeah.
And then over here, maybe they always have the local artisans, so some local paintings that you can purchase.
Yeah, dude, maybe from the desert.
Hey, yeah. Upstairs we just got like a little lounge area. Nothing too special, just places to sit. I really like lofts. I don't really know why, but I always try to put the lofts in, so squeezed one in here. And then outside we got a little patio, nice view of Beans. I like this bean. Looks pretty good. It's got a gradient somehow. And then if we come out of the back door, maybe for employees only, or this is where they receive their shipments of beans so that they can roast. Up on this side of the building, you'll see another graphic. Coffee. Little nice coffee mug. Love how that one turned out. So fun.
It's so good. Moving on down this dock here, a little like this place is heavily inspired by Ketchikan, Alaska, and the PNW and Maine. It's kind of like a mashup of all three of those places. It's a mashup of all that, coastal,
Older coastal town.
Exactly. So we have all of this like kind of cross hatching going on, and I really like how this turned out. We get the signs to make that transition nice and smooth. And then we have a swordfish in this crane. A sword, they caught a swordfish or something. It's a little funny looking, but it's whatever.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I do. I like the crane. The crane is much nicer than the one at the Italian test.
Yeah.
I love this building. It looks good from all angles. I love beans. It's just like this area is incredibly immersive. Moving on, we have the ice house here, and this was also based off of just like a miniature model that you can buy, and it's pretty nice, dude. I've never heard of an ice shop in real life, but the whole idea was behind it was like, okay, maybe they're sucking up the seawater, processing it, turning it into ice, and then giving it to all of these different businesses around here to keep their food fresh, to also maybe get shipped off. If you come on the inside, they have maybe like all these barrels of like chemicals or something. And then we have like a big walk-in freezer or ice machine here. It's walk-in because if you drop down here, you have a snow farm.
It's so squishy in here.
It's very, very squishy.
I like
it's undecorated it. It's pretty nice, but then you can get it was a little rushed.
Oh, we pop up into the employees only area. I actually really like how this turned out. It was kind of like inspired by, like when you go to the mechanic shop and it's like really hot in there and kind of like not like nasty, but you know the vibe. That's definitely what I was going for. We got like a little fan and they got the shop dog and little place for you to sit, kind of like ooh, stinky gross couch.
I like the ice shop. The gradient and colors are really nice. And then this place also has one more secret. If you head upstairs, we have a nice cocoa bean farm back here with all sorts of different like machines and stuff. Cocoa beans for brown dye.
Does it work?
Lovely. It does work, yeah.
Wow.
You actually wait, no.
Uh-oh.
This is actually sick. So you're up there and I'm down here, and you actually turn it on with this lever.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there it is,
I
dude.
can't believe it's working. That's so cool.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but if we continue, you can actually walk straight through the ice house, and I really like how it frames this area, dude. Look at that. This frames the silo and the boat, all these like very unintentional pictures, that our world paints. I love that. And if we come up here, up these stairs, change of elevation again, we have one of my favorite builds in the world, the General Store, based off of the Markleyville General Store, where, we were climbing, Bean sent this V8, and we went and got some cookies at, and then we remembered it, and we were like, oh, it would fit perfectly into this whole vibe that we were going for. So we built it, and here it is. Kind of grungy, maybe the sea sprays ripping the paint off slowly but surely. It's it's seen better days. But we head inside. This is, I think, the best interior. It's so insanely detailed. You have all of your, some merchandise, some food, some rocks. Sometimes at those like old stores, you have like rocks. You can like get like a little bag and pick out different kinds of colored rocks. I don't know. It's an old, nice childhood memory. And then you have your checkout, with trinkets and doodads. It's a general store, so you have all sorts of different stuff. And then we also have, an air conditioning unit and these nice incandescent lights, which I think.
And then down here, there actually is a ramp there in real life, so we made sure to include that. And we have some, I don't know, books because they sell like random stuff. And then we have like the hot food, maybe like when you go to the gas station, there's like hot dogs like spinning around on the thing. That's what we were kind of thinking of. I don't know if it translated great in Minecraft, but it exists. And then right here, let's watch. The AC is a little leaky. I would not eat a hot dog here. Kind of sketchy. I would not eat the produce in these barrels. Kind of scary.
If we come over here, we have another absolutely lovely waterfall. It's all snow melt from Mount Langley. That thing is insane. We built that in the last episode. It just adds so much to this area. I love it.
Yeah, and then so you'll notice that the waterfall is coming down from the snow melt. It's making its way down, and then it's falling into this nice little pond, and then it's got to go somewhere. So I had this really fun idea to make an outlet for the water. Like a little sewer, not really sewer, but just so they don't have to put it through the town. They can just send it out underground, and that's exactly what I wanted to make. And I think it's such a nice little touch to have in the town. And as you saw, you can't actually swim through it. It's really hard to get back up. It's not working. I'm gonna fly. Uh-oh.
You can't swim through it, but there's also a sign that says no swimming anytime.
Because they always say that. Oh, look, it's raining because we're in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, dude. I love this little area back here. I really like it. The terrain and the custom trees. And like you have some big old, leaning incense cedars. I really, really like this little area. It's unfinished though, as you can see. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, consider liking and subscribing. I already said that, but if you want to see what happens with this area, consider liking and subscribing. Yes. Continue your way back to the convenience store over here. And you can take this pathway over to here, and you can take it down onto the wharf. And the wharf is a very, very nice addition. It gives you a lot of real estate, to put builds because we're kind of boxed in with the mountain. But I kind of wanted that vibe, A lot of the stuff in the merchandise and buildings are out on the wharf.
Yeah, the wharf was really fun to build. We based it off of Old Fisherman's Wharf in Monterey, California. We really liked the idea that the wharf is kind of being supported by these diagonal beams, so we really wanted to make sure that we included that. And you'll see here we got really into radiance and light baking, so you'll notice that as well. And we have a lot of different buildings on here. Let's start off with the brew house. This is a little brewery. This was actually the most recent addition to the wharf, but we'll start on it because it's the first one. And I think it's my favorite one, honestly. I love this interior. We're thinking like brewery, like classic touristy brewery. Over here we got the beer makers. I don't know what these are called.
The kegs, dude, the beer makers.
Are they actually kegs? They just seemed really big.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we got the beer makers because I like when you go into a brewery and you can see that your beer is being made in house, very artisan. And then over here you can order those said beers on tap, and you have them all on display, and they're all funny potions.
Yeah, dude.
And then we actually ended up cramming 3 whole stories into here. We get the second floor, kind of a fun checkerboard thing, and then right here I wanted to make a dartboard so you can play darts with your friends. Kind of dangerous. Imagine walking up and your homies are playing darts.
And shoot you.
That would be not good.
Not good.
Let's go upstairs. We got the nether wart.
Yeah, dude. Want to add some functionality to the build. So it's a brew house, so we actually ended up storing all of our nether wart up here. Now it's blaze powder, nether wart, stuff for brewing. Nothing much. And then you get this nice balcony. I like how small this build is, but we ended up putting so much inside of it. I really, really like it. It's all player sized. Very, very.
I love when it's player sized.
When we head outside, we have this, boathouse kind of thing, like a boat repair shop, boat selling place, boat. I don't even know, dude.
Oh yeah, and on this side, we're continuing with the graphics. We have a little mini boat, maybe like a tiny, like definitely like fishing style boat, like what I made over there. Oh, you can't see the grass, like what I made over there, but really tiny. And I love how this one turned out. I am kind of sad that it blends in a little bit with the brown, but the shaping on this is so fun, and I think I really captured that fishing boat look, especially with these little round things in the mangrove trapdoors. And then on the brew house, totally skipped over the potion bottle. Oh my gosh, I love the potion bottle. This is the only one that's like actually 3D, but I think it's hard to get these things to translate really well, but I think this one definitely translated well. Love how that one turned out. And I like that it glows too. It looks really nice at night.
Yeah, dude, I'm way over here now, but like walking up the wharf or the dock, you can kind of like go up here and the potion ball is glowing and you can pop up here and you get this nice big icon. I love it. And then yeah, dude, the boathouse is kind of funny. It's empty right now, but if you come into the back, there's actually a pretty nice interior, man. We got like a workshop back here. They're crafting up the boats. Got their like their prized boat up on the wall here. Got their toolboxes and stuff. Very very lovely. I really like it a lot. Actually, it's a cool build. I like how like open it is and like roof and ceiling is so detailed. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
wow, yeah. Sometimes we get really into making the ceilings fun.
Then yeah, back here, you can lower your boats into the ocean. And then I'm gonna pop into free cam real quick. We have this nice iridescent light here, and then we have this.
How'd it get there?
this how did it get there?
How did
Yeah,
it
what
get
the
there?
heck? But like these are like boat racks, with like the prongs and the boats sitting on top of it. But I have no idea how this guy got here.
Great. Well, it's stuck forever.
Well, it's stuck forever, yes. But also over here, maybe we have like a little permit shop where you can get some permits to go out on the water and go fishing. Maybe a place for weather, some weather reporting before you go out in the water, because the sea's a dangerous place, man. The ocean's scary.
I love the crab shack. You'll see this amazing little crab billboard. I love how this thing turned out. This one translated so well. I love the little crab. It's so cartoony looking. I really like it. This actually has one of my favorite interiors. I just said that about the brew house, but oh sorry. I really like the interior in here because I pulled all my food handlers knowledge to get this one in here. It's such a tiny space, but I take your order over here. I'm working at the register, and then someone's in the kitchen chefing it up. We always got the white cutting boards; those are food handler safe. We got like the stoves, and I imagine that they sell like fish and chips and like deep fried stuff here. So we get the what's it called? The fryers over here. We had the ability to put potions in there like bedrock, because now I could put like a yellow potion there. It would look really cool. And then over here we have where you get your order, where I call out your order. We ring a little bell, and I could call it out on the speakerphone, and then I could stage your order right here. Maybe these little pots are like bags or something. I don't know. I just like how realistic it is and how I crammed it all in there. Super fun to
Yeah,
build.
dude. That's incredible, the amount of detail you put into there. That is insane. And then, yeah, dude, that kind of concludes this part of the wharf. And we can kind of take the pathway out to here, the little walkway, and it'll lead us to the next area, to the next part of the wharf. And we've been slowly developing it, being actually cooked so hard on this diagonal wharf. Like, oh my gosh, getting the diagonals is so difficult, and this entire house is diagonal, and think this turned out incredibly well. It's supposed to be like a little bit more high end of an inn. We have an inn over there, or that's more of a hostel, but we didn't have a place for guests to stay over here at Beans Bay. So this is what we cooked up. Unfortunately, if we head inside, it does not have an interior yet. There's actually a creeper here.
That's
oh my
so
gosh.
scary.
But we do plan on putting an interior in here because how much space we have to work with.
It's
dude. This is
huge.
sweet. This is huge. This is a huge building.
Yeah, this building was so I wouldn't say fun, but yeah, it was kind of frustrating. But the windows were really fun, and I love how this one turned out over here. The diagonal windows are so crazy to like try to construct because you want it to be framed and looking pretty, but you don't want it. but like it's funny because it's diagonal. So I really love how these windows turned out over here. I like this like floor to ceiling huge window right here. And I also like walking down this path. I like these little street light lamps that you created.
Yeah, dude, these were like a pretty good example of just a small little detail. We got the frog light. Some of these are frog light, some of them are maybe burnt out. That was kind of the idea. And then we have like a nice light baking effect, which I think is really cool. It's much better from a distance and at night, but it definitely gets the point across. And then, oh my gosh, you can view them. The breaching whales, the pod of whales way out over there on the horizon. We wanted to add a lot of wildlife into this world. So we got beans, American pelicans, and we got some humpbacks on the horizon. And oh my gosh, I want to keep continuing to add wildlife because I think it's so fun.
Totally. And then while we're looking at the whales, you'll also notice we have the Nantucket. This thing was crazy. Shout out Builds by Zay. Thank you for helping us build this. Couldn't have done it without you.
Okay, yeah, dude. There's not much to see on it. It's purely meant to be viewed at a distance. But I think if we just fly over here to Bean's boat, because this is a great vantage point, you'll see that there's some black in the window. And if it were to turn night, those would retract with pistons, and it would be frog lights behind it. I think that's a cool little detail. Unfortunately, I don't have the render distance mod that allows you to see the banners, but Bean does. And it's a gorgeous build. The shaping on it is impeccable, and I love how it turned out. And it's there to, guide boats into Beans Bay, because that brings us to our next point, the mountain. There's all sorts of rocks that we're going to put around here. It'd be quite treacherous, if you were guiding a boat here in the night or in the fog. So that's why we built that.
Real quick, let's go take a look at the whales. They look really good from a distance, but they're fun to show off up close because we did work really hard on them.
This was our first case of organics.
Super, super challenging build for us. We don't normally do organics like this. So there's only 3 of them. Normally there would be many more, but there's only 3, and they are textured. They were really fun to build, and I like that this one's spouting the water, and then this one's actually breaching, and I like that we included the water around them. A fun build, and looks great from a distance.
Looks great from a distance, adds so much life. They're huge up close, Oh my gosh, getting that shape of a whale breaching was so incredibly difficult. Got the barnacles on its belly, kind of like the small detail, and I love that. And then also, oh my gosh, the mountain looks a little jank from the whales, but if we start to fly over there and it loads in, this is our most recent build, and it's absolutely insane. It's so big. It's, I think, my favorite build in the world as of right now. It just adds so much. You can be out over here. I think this is one of my favorite views of it. You have all these trees around in your field of view. You have the grass. It's a very natural area. I really like it. Let's go take a closer look at it, because yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. We used an insane palette here. It's heavily based off of the Mount Langley in the high Sierra Nevada, and we had tried to add these little bits of brown and gray, this big old gully here painted with the mud and the basalt, trying to give the effect of water and shade. I love it, dude. It's a gorgeous mountain.
Yeah, definitely the biggest thing that we have ever made.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out Milan for helping us. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. This was our first time ever using Axiom, the mountain behind us. If you are interested and you want to know more about the process or how we built it, it is our most recent video. So go check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, that pretty much. Is there anything else that we forgot about Bean?
We're standing on top of my American pelicans right now. I like these guys. They look great from a distance. I really want to add more birds in the future. I like birds.
I know what we're forgetting. We're forgetting our auto sorter.
Oh, yeah.
Our auto sorter is a staple of our world. You fly through the waterfall.
That's why this hole is here.
Boom. Here you are. It's just completely different style. This thing is so sweet. It's the Jameis Mooney. It's a multi-item sorter. It can handle all of our insane amount of items that we throw at it. I love it. Shout out those guys over at the Storage Tech Discord, I think. And then if you come behind here, we have all of the farms, dude. This is the Jameis. This is the auto sorter. This is a overkill sheep farm that we made just for the mountain. We have a dark oak farm by Big Booty. We have a log stripper and concrete maker. And we have a multi-tree farm that I eventually want to hook up to a lumber mill somewhere around in this area. Bean was saying we just need to get cracking on that terrain.
That's a project
That's
for
a
another
big
day.
undertaking. That's a project for another day. All right. Here we are atop of Mount Langley. It's very ugly. Don't look that way. Look behind me at the whole world. Oh my gosh. But yes, that pretty much concludes this world tour. If you liked what you saw, subscribe. We do not plan on stopping videos anytime soon. Thanks so much for being here and making it to the end. If you did, you are so sweet. Cue the outro.
Hey, you made it to the outro. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you. Let's take a look at some builds made by our very talented Discord members. If you're interested in joining our Discord and having a chance to get your builds featured at the end of the next video, the link is in the description. We're super active on the Discord and we want to get to know you. Our Discord is also a great place to get feedback on your builds, ask for ideas, share reference pictures, and hang out. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, again, link is in the description.
If you liked what you saw in this vid, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in being able to download the world and explore it for yourself, YouTube members do have the access to the world download. And if YouTube memberships aren't your fancy, we are now also using Patreon. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all of you.
Bye, Internet.